Jamaica Stock Exchange. JSC for you and me. Business owners, investors, get on board. Benefit by listing and investing. Jamaica Stock Exchange.
Advertise in the Children's Zone, the publication that makes learning fun and impactful. With over 1 million readers monthly, the Children's Zone brings you unparalleled reach. Contact your Gleaner sales representative or call 876-932-6020 and ask about the special advertising packages now available for a limited time only. Access untapped opportunities in the Children's Zone.
Okay, the Real Estate Board ensuring equity, integrity, and professionalism in the real estate industry. This time signal is brought to you by the Real Estate Board. It is 3 o'clock.
This is your Radio Jamaica.
With that sound, the horns, you know, family, it's time to say howdy, howdy, howdy. It's Sunday, November 3, 2024. Welcome to the CCRP update. The CCRP was created to empower, celebrate, and protect Jamaica seniors. They offer many benefits. Visit our website at ccrponline.org. CCRP Update is brought to you by JNGI Silver Shield, the best choice for auto and property insurance exclusively for CCRP members. Contact Gallagher Insurance Brokers or JNGI for best value and a boatload of benefits. In today's CCRP Update, we delve into the mission, work, and milestones of Food for the Poor in Jamaica. Joining us for that conversation will be their Executive Director, Mrs. Kivette Silvera Stevens. But first, a little family business. Our CCRP Update sponsors JNGI offer their amazing Silver Shield plan for auto and property insurance exclusively for CCRP members. The auto plan includes free benefits from the Jamaica Automobile Association with valet service for vehicle registration, fitness, 24-hour roadside assistance, and discounted driver services. CCRP also offers 2 health insurance plans underwritten by Sagicor for our members. We plan enjoyable excursions as well as socials and other events. And we have over 100 CCRP discount partners. Please check our website, ccrponline.org, for more information. World Diabetes Day will be observed on November 14. And the Heart Foundation of Jamaica and the Global Health Advocacy Project will mount a Sugar Awareness Week from November 11 to 15. We'll hear all about it next week's program from Mrs. K. Morrish Cook, Communications Officer. And now to the core of today's update, time for a virtual visit to Food for the Poor in Jamaica. And standing by is the Food for the Poor Jamaica's Executive Director, Mrs. Kivette Silvera Stevens. Having served in the charity industry for over 10 years, Kivette believes that compassion, equity, transparency, integrity, efficiency, and zeal are some of the key principles that continue to guide the organization's operations. Well said and welcome, Madam Edie. How are you?
Hi, Jerry. Good afternoon, and good afternoon to your listeners. And thank you so much for having us on your program today.
Well, you know,
And
you're hearty? You're hearty, though?
certainly hearty, very
All right,
hearty.
good. Just, I'm come from country. I want to know if you're hearty.
Of course. And
More
so
than competent and capable, I just want to know that you're hearty.
we're hearty, always.
Good, wonderful. An amazing organization is Food for the Poor Jamaica. 41 years of service to Jamaica. And many of us are familiar with the name Ferdinand Mafood, right? The one who started the organization in 82. So tell us a little bit more, Kivette, about how the charity started and some of your various ministries and programs. It's almost an embarrassment of riches. There's so much stuff there in terms of the human contact and enhancing lives. Talk to me.
Well, Jerry, our founder, Ferdinand Mafood, started visiting the poor within the inner city with Father Holong and got inspired to help those in need. He always said, you see God in the eyes of the poor. And hence today we continue to live by Matthew 25, verse 40, which says, as often as you did it to the least of these, you did it to me. And Food for the Poor initially started out by providing relief items such as clothing and food. However, today we have made strides towards sustainability, which see us impacting areas such as education. We build over 300 schools across the island. We provide support to 23 children home with care items. We've enhanced livelihoods by providing income-generating activities to over 600 farmers and fisher folks. We assist with healthcare by supporting clinics and public hospitals. We have actually constructed over 36,000 homes for families across Jamaica, and now we are focusing a lot more on community development, Jerry.
Wow, wow, wow. I knew it was a lot, but the number of things you're able to hit in just that time, and that's not even the full story. So we're off to an amazing start. Extensive work indeed. Let's talk a little bit about the seniors. Do you find many elderly Jamaicans in need of assistance? And how does Food for the Poor Jamaica address some of these needs for this vulnerable group?
Jerry, I tell you, yes, we indeed find many elderly persons in need of assistance, but thankfully, through our partners such as CCRP, who continuously provide support with care packages, home construction, and connecting these persons in need with services that they require. For example, CCRP even came on board as a strong partner for our hurricane burial response activities. And we are able to reach many of these elderly folks because of the wonderful work and partnership that we have on the ground in the various communities.
Amazing. The word sustainability, it's on everybody's lips as it should be, because you don't want to go halfway and buck. That's just not cute.
Right.
Certainly, the sustainable development goals are guiding the way for businesses and charities alike to operate, and perhaps should guide our own views of this. So
Certainly.
I'd love to hear more about some of the programs specifically designed and implemented by Food for the Poor that address some of these goals to make sure it's not a donation, it's support, which it may include donations. It's
Yes.
a systemic thing. It's been going for a long 41 years. So sustainability is clearly part of the game. But tell me about how it looks today.
Well, funny enough, you say that because much of what Food for the Poor does falls within the overall agenda of the Sustainable Development Goals.
Amen.
We are focused on ending poverty in all forms everywhere. We aim to end hunger, achieve food security, and improve nutrition and promote sustainable agriculture, which is why we have a strong agriculture and fisheries division in
Mm,
our organization to help farmers and fisher folks. We also try to ensure healthy livelihoods and promote well-being through our healthcare programs. We ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all through our community development program, which would include our school program or back to school or community centers, and even engage in the community from a social intervention perspective, Jerry.
mm,
And certainly, we can't forget about the water, sanitation, and hygiene programs, which ensures availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all. So, as you recognize, many of the areas that Food for the Poor focuses on definitely works towards achieving the Sustainable Development Goals.
hmm Once you talk about water as life and
Water is life.
sanitation, yes, because
Yes,
in as much as water, clean water will sustain life, insanitary water will end it.
correct.
So, so I'm just here just basking in this secondhand. Let's talk a little bit about Hurricane Beryl. I hear there's a system in the area and it might be heading to us. I don't even want to call him name.
Mm,
Bad behaving. But we
don't put it
have
out there.
prayer and we have preparation.
Of
We have
course.
preparation, we have prayer, and we have practical things being put in place. Talk to me about Hurricane Beryl. I mean, there's widespread devastation right across the island. Even some shelters got hit
Yes,
because we just don't, you can't prepare 100% for these things. You do the best you can.
correct.
The southern parishes, especially, were hit. Tell us how you navigated that, because that was such a huge, huge undertaking.
Jerry, I tell you, and I certainly have to say thanks to our donors, partners, and our team members. Some of our team members were actually at our facility on the night of the hurricane and was
Wow.
able to provide immediate response. So we couldn't have done this without them. And we are able to quickly respond to families that were affected by the hurricane. And to date, we have provided over 5,000 food and hygiene packages, which you mentioned just now, Jerry. Water was a critical component in those
Yes.
packages. We have managed to improve the living conditions for over 700 persons during our re-roofing efforts, which continue up to today because there's still family members who were not able to put their roofs back on, and we are still in the field trying to help these persons as we speak.
Mm.
We have also supported over 600 farmers and fisher folks because I remember, Jerry, I'm sure when you went into the supermarket, you saw the food prices
Oh,
and you
yes.
would have recognized that these farmers and fisher folks would have needed the tools and equipment to get back on board and get back on their feet. And what is even critical is that we considered schools that had greenhouses that would have helped the kids feed themselves in the school. And we have so far built 15 greenhouses, rebuilt 15 greenhouses in schools across the island that were affected. And funny enough, persons mentioned the southern parishes, but you had schools that were in St. Mary and
Ah,
Portland that were actually impacted.
yes, yes. Because yes, it doesn't. It's primarily affected in one area, but a little bit of rain and strong enough wind, and almost any
Correct.
community can be affected somehow.
Correct.
Wow.
Yes.
Very much far-reaching and life-changing impact the hurricane had, but your impact has been even more far-reaching and life-changing because it's been sustained. That
Yes.
word again. How are the projects funded mainly? And I would like you to use this platform just to appeal to our collective sense of community, goodwill. Jamaicans are known to be willing to chip in and help and do a bit, and those who have been giving just to choke them again to a little bit more, like a tops more, you multiply the muckle by enough mickle,
I like how you say it, Jerry. I like
yeah.
how you say
Yes, yes,
it.
I like it just a tops more and
Just a
multiply it up.
tubs more.
Yeah, I just multiply it up and so, because if it's two more you
Exactly.
multiply it by 1,000, that's a 2,000. Hello.
And that's why I said alone we can do so little, but together we can do so much.
That's
Because
correct.
our projects are primarily funded through donations. And of course, we have
What?
to thank all the persons who have come on board and contributed to our work, both individual and corporate. But we want to make an appeal because persons don't recognize that Food for the Poor does not sell anything. All our
Mm-hmm.
programs, our activities are provided free of charge to the persons that are in need. And we can't do it alone. And if we add a little tips, every little make a muckle,
Mm-hmm.
one cocoa full basket.
That's
Of
right.
course, persons can certainly reach out to us at our website, foodforthepoorja.org, or follow us on social media because we're on all platforms. And if you only have $1, we'll take it. If you're in need, reach out to us and we'll see how best we can support you as well. But we can't do it alone. And we Jamaicans, we have a sense of helping. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
appealing to all those who are out there who are listening right now, whatever assistance you can give. And even if you're not giving to Food for the Poor, you can also just turn to your neighbor and assist your neighbor because you never know the impact that you're making just by helping the person next to you.
And if
And
you
your neighbor
don't,
doesn't have to be physical in terms of your house, but
right.
the person standing next to you.
Yes, that's anybody within your sphere of influence. I mean, is your
Correct.
church, the mother of your as child who goes to a school and you happen to
Yes,
know that them need a little help up. And if we don't do that, then it's even more for the registered functional charities to give, because that person could very well then have to, be able to rely on the support that Food for the Poor gives or so on.
that
We
is
can
correct.
we all need to weigh in somehow. Charity work is a funny thing though. It's selfless, it's fulfilling, but there are many challenges. Um, how has the organization managed to remain relevant and effective through the years? Because it must be a huge challenge.
Jerry, I have a sign in my office that says the Lord has placed me here for a purpose.
Yes.
And- yes. And it's the passion of our team members and the prayers and gratitude from the persons whose lives
Mm,
we impact on a daily basis. And
mm,
as you heard me mention earlier, our founder, Ferdy, who said, you see God in the eyes of the poor, and each day we give back and serve the poor, we are serving God. And that's
mm.
what we believe fuels the organization and keeps us relevant and going.
just before you go, give us the contact details again because sometimes people hear it and forget to draw for the phone or the pen or the whatever. All right, you want to hear it again? Well, here comes Madam Edie telling you again and set it down
So,
properly. Where
because
you,
we're
yes, where you can find it and make sure that it doesn't have to be $1 million. It doesn't have to, whatever you have, whatever
yeah,
you have.
yes, yes, Jerry. And you see, because we're talking to the elderly mainly, but of course we have the youngsters, but I'm going to
Yes.
start with the phone number 876-618-0141. And you have some of the elderly folks that are quite savvy, so they can go to www.foodforthepoorja.org. And
Hmm.
that's so, and even if you put us in Google, Food for the Poor Jamaica, our
Yes.
website will come up, Jerry. Thank
Fantastic.
you.
Amazing. Madam Edie, thank you so much for your service to our beloved Jamaica. You're seeing a lot more of the love through the poor than we do, and we need to step up and just help one another, little, little.
Indeed, indeed, Jerry. Thank you so much. And thank you to you and your team and the CCRP folks for this wonderful opportunity to share.
Blessings to you. And
Blessings.
and that's where we wrap the update for today with a deeper appreciation of the mission and work of Food for the Poor Jamaica. Our guest was their executive director, Ms. Kivette Silvera Stevens. Until next Sunday at 3 for all things CCRP, visit our website at ccrponline.org. CCRP Update. Brought to you as always by J&GI Silver Shield, your best deal in auto and property insurance exclusively for CCRP members. They offer the very best value and a boatload of benefits.